The latest PlayStation PSN store sale is massive. We're seeing everything from big budget AAA hits with major discounts to some under the radar gems that are absolutely worth your time. Now today, I'm covering deals across the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Let's get into it. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, subscribe, helps out the channel a huge amount. Also, if you've not seen my other videos on this sale, I've linked them down below. Dragon's Dogma 2 is 43% off right now, matching its lowest price, and honestly, didn't think we'd ever see a sequel to the original game. It's been a long time coming, but this absolutely delivers. The world is stunning, it's massive, it's reactive, it's full of that unmistakable Capcom strangeness. It's a place as well where anything can happen. A griffin might swoop down mid-fight, a troll could knock you off a cliff, or your pawns might surprise you with some clever tactics. There's always something pulling you off the critical path. Now, gameplay-wise, it's tough but rewarding. You'll need to manage stamina, position carefully, and really learn your vocation, whether that's hacking away as a warrior, casting spells as a mage, or flipping through the air as a thief. It's got that deliberate, weighty feel that demands attention, especially in big encounters. And then there are the pawns. These are AI companions that fight alongside you and adapt over time. They are, though, bizarrely smart, sometimes hilarious, and genuinely feel like a core part of the experience. So yeah, this one, it's a dense, uncompromising fantasy RPG. It's kind of full-fat Capcom, and at this price, I do think it is the perfect time to dive in. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Cross-Gen Bundle is 30% off, matching the low price, and really, it's Call of Duty. You know what that means. Hollywood level of production, massive set pieces, some of the tightest gunplay around. Where this one stands out though is the campaign. It's not just one of the longest in recent years, it's one of the best. Set in the early 90s, it leans into that Cold War paranoia with a spy thriller vibe full of high stakes heists, infiltration, and those classic no rules Black Ops twists. Multiplayer is excellent too. The map design is sharp, there's a ton of variety right out of the gate, and the prestige system, as always, it gives you a real reason to keep grinding. Whether you're jumping into 6v6 core modes, strike maps, or just trying to climb the ladder, it's got that addictive loop nailed. And of course, Zombies is back. Again, like story, like multiplayer, better than ever. The round-based combat here really has kept me coming back now ever since the launch. So yeah, Black Ops 6 really is Call of Duty firing on all cylinders. Mortal Kombat 1 is 67% off right now, a new low, and while the story direction split opinion, I actually quite enjoyed the refresh. Takes some bold swings narratively, but once you're in the fight, this is Mortal Kombat at its best. The mechanics are sharp, fast, and more fluid than ever. And it's still got that brutal edge the series is known for, blood, guts, over-the-top finishers. But underneath the chaos is a fighting system that's smart, responsive, and built for mastery. So whether you're in it for the casual couch matches or climbing the online ladder, there's a lot of depth here. Visually as well, it's a stunner. The character models, animations, stage transitions, it all looks and feels premium. And with a fresh timeline reset courtesy of Fire God Liu Kang, there's enough novelty to keep longtime fans curious. So yeah, it's violent, stylish, and mechanically on point. Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition is 50% off right now, matching its lowest price, and what a game this is. Narratively, for me, it hits all the right notes. It's just a smart, layered continuation that builds beautifully on the first game, while also standing on its own as a top-tier psychological horror experience. Now in this one, you'll be switching between two characters, an FBI agent investigating a string of brutal murders in Bright Falls, and Alan Wake himself, trapped in the nightmare world of the Dark Place, trying to write his way out. It's moody, atmospheric, and constantly throwing curveballs that keep you guessing. Combat then is tense and resource-driven, where light becomes both your weapon and your lifeline. You're not just shooting monsters here, you're surviving in a world where every shadow could be your last. And the Deluxe Edition is basically worth it for the expansions alone. The Lake House is a twisted FBC facility crawler that dives deeper into Remedy's shared universe, while Night Springs is pure fan service. 3 surreal alternate universe episodes featuring familiar faces with a weird twist. Both, in my opinion, gold. And yeah, this is one of the most stylish, well-written horror games in years. The Long Dark is 50% off right now, and yes, it's been cheaper before, but that was 3 years ago. Since then, the game's been refined and expanded in a big way, and honestly, it's earned this price. Now, I've played a lot of survival games, and I genuinely think this is a masterpiece. It is just pure atmospheric survival, no real enemies beyond nature itself. Now here you're dropped into the frozen wilderness with no hand-holding, no quest markers, no safety net. Blizzards can trap you in place for days, wolves will stalk you when you're weak, and every resource you burn is one less you'll have tomorrow. It's tense, thoughtful, and beautifully quiet in a way that most survival games never quite capture. The story mode then, Wintermute, has 4 episodes so far, with a 5th still to come, and it's strong, with some great character moments and a generally eerie tone. Hopefully that 5th episode arrives soon as well. It was delayed in 2024, so fingers crossed. If anything though, The Long Dark, it's the survival mode that really defines the experience. Permadeath, full immersion, and a world that doesn't care whether you make it or not. So yeah, if you're looking for a survival experience that actually respects your decisions and punishes your mistakes, this is one of the best. Saga Frontier Remastered is 50% off right now, matching its lowest price, and if you've never played it, now might be the perfect time. Why is that? Because Saga Frontier 2 Remastered that just dropped out of nowhere during the latest Nintendo Direct, and it's now out on PlayStation 2. So if you're curious, this is a great place to start. This one's a classic. It originally released in 1998, and while it's definitely got that old school JRPG charm, the remaster brings it up to speed with improved visuals, updated UI, and new features like double speed mode and a brand new character scenario. Now, the free scenario system here lets you pick up from 8 different protagonists, each with their own storyline and goals, meaning you can approach it in totally different ways dependent on who you choose. Combat then uses the Glimmer system, where characters learn new skills mid-fight, and you can pull off combo attacks with your party. It's got more depth than it first lets on. If you like classic JRPGs with a weird, ambitious structure, this one holds up. Shadows of Doubt is 40% off right now, a new low, and this one's actually my pickup of the video, meaning it's not a recommendation, haven't played it myself, but I've had my eye on it for a while. This discount's tipping me over the edge, and maybe that's the case for you too. If so, maybe join me for the ride. The game though, it's a sandbox detective sim set in a gritty sci-fi noir city where everything and everyone is simulated. Every citizen has their own job, schedule, apartment, and you can talk to all of them, you can sneak into their homes, you can hack their tech, and you can piece together clues however you like. The goal? Track down a serial killer before they strike again. Now I'll admit, I'm not totally sure what to expect. Reviews have been what I'd call decent, but I'm actively avoiding spoilers. What hooked me though is the atmosphere and that voxel art style. It's familiar, sure, but paired with what seems like a darker, more adult story, I think it really kind of stands out. You've got gadgets, those stealth mechanics, and total freedom in how you solve each case, or at least that's what it promises, and I'm looking forward to diving in. Cyberpunk 2077 is 50% off right now, matching its lowest price. I actually just replayed it alongside the Phantom Liberty DLC in prep for this full video I'm doing. Is it worth it in 2025? It's going to be coming soon. But the short version, absolutely. You know, after that infamous launch, this has become the game that it was always meant to be. Night City is now one of the most impressive open worlds in the medium, dense, reactive, dripping with atmosphere. Whether you're cruising the neon-lit streets, hacking into security systems, or getting wrapped up in side quests that go way deeper than they first seem, it's a world that pulls you in and doesn't let go. Gameplay's tight too here, the gunplay and the hacking feel great, and the build variety lets you play how you want, from stealth netrunner to brute force brawler. Plus with all of the next-gen upgrades for PS5, the game looks stunning and runs smooth, so think fast loads, ray tracing, dynamic 4K, it's all here. And yes, the DLC is a big deal too, but even without it, the base game here is stacked. Tons of side content, free post-launch gear, and a full-on redemption arc. Halibut is 40% off right now at a new low price. I just wrapped this one recently, and what a lovely, unexpected little gem it is. It's a point-and-click style narrative adventure, so it's not going to be for everyone. But if you're into slow, character-driven storytelling and world-building, it's something special. Now visually as well, stunning. Every environment, character, and object is handcrafted using real stop motion, and it gives the whole game this kind of tactile, lived-in feel that's unlike anything else out there. You'll be playing as Harold, a lab assistant living aboard a massive, half-submerged spaceship that's been stuck on an alien ocean for centuries. It's retro-futuristic, oddly charming, and filled with a wonderfully weird cast of characters. And the writing leans more gentle and human than dramatic, though there is, of course, a sci-fi kind of mystery pulling it all forward. Now, I will admit the story lost its way for me a couple of times. There are moments where it kind of meanders, but just when I thought I was drifting, it pulled me back in with a heartfelt moment or an unexpectedly, I guess, weird scene. It's got heart though, this one, and if you're after something different, something with soul and style, it's a great option. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is 5% off right now, and yes, not exactly a massive discount, I know, but honestly, this game is so good I had to include it anyway. I nearly did skip it, honestly. But for some of you, that tiny price drop might just be enough to give it a go, and if it is, you're not going to regret it. I played through it on PS5, and from start to finish, it is just stunning. Bigger and bolder than the first game in all of the right ways. The world is dense, detailed from castle towns to forest paths, and it feels like medieval Europe in a way no other RPG quite nails. Now you play as Henry again, picking up not long after the first game, and the story is stronger, the pacing tighter, and the cutscenes genuinely impressive. Yeah, there's like over 5 hours of cinematics with this one, all of it with weight and character, but where it really shines is the gameplay. The combat system has seen some big changes. It's still grounded and tactical, but now much more fluid and accessible without losing that grit. And the map, it is massive, way bigger than the original, and it makes exploration so much more enjoyable. So yeah, look, it's only 5% off again, but this is a top tier historical RPG. It's worth it at full price, so even a little off, in my opinion, is a win. Elden Ring is 40% off right now, matching its lowest price. And does this one really need an introduction? It's FromSoft's open world epic. It took everything they learned from, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, games like that, and wrapped it into one of the most ambitious RPGs ever made. The Lands Between is massive, full of secrets, from sweeping plains to poison swamped ruins to hidden underground cities you could miss entirely. The combat then, of course, it's tough, real tough, because after all, it's a FromSoft game, but the freedom here changes everything. You're not forced down one path, you can ride past enemies, you can find new directions, you can build your character exactly how you want and tackle things in your own order. If you want to roll, heavy with a colossal greatsword or cast magic from a distance, there's a build for you. And the story, all delivered in fragments, I think it still feels epic. It's mythic, it's strange, it's full of these weird characters, and yeah, it's just a world that's going to constantly pull you deeper. It's a modern classic, simple as. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library? Let me know in the comments. With that, then subscribe. Join us here for reviews, deals, news, all things PlayStation basically. And I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers all.